Alright guys, well I didn't finish the last two problems, so I was just going to record it and do it. It's lesson 8, still from chapter 8, and writing fractions as decimals, right? We did this in class together. We did this in class together. We did this in class together. And that, and we stopped right here, and there was two pretty good problems right here, so I'm going to keep going. We also did the homework already, so make sure you did your homework and turn it in. I'm not going to go slow over this. I recorded a whole video of doing it, so if you just want to check your answers and see, make sure you show me your work. You can pause the video if I was going too fast. So, right now, we're going to do number 21 and 22, the hot problems. Alright, so, mathematical practice, right? We're just practicing our math skills. We're going to find the error. So Juliana wrote the steps below to write the fraction. 18 over 25 is a decimal. Find her error and correct it. So she said 18 over 25, right? She wanted to change the bottom to 100. Nice job. She did 25 times 4, gives her 100. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. Oh, Juliana. She multiplied the top number times 2, and she needed to multiply it times 4. So now let's see what we get when we take 18 times 4, right? That's a tough math problem to do 18 times 4, but break it down into smaller pieces and it will be easier, right? 8 times 4. First I do my 8 times 4, 32. I put my 2 here, right, the ones place, and carry my 3 up to the tens place, because now I need to multiply times the tens place. I already did the ones place up top times the one place below, so now I need to do the tens place up top times the ones place below. So I'm going to do 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. So now I have this should have been equal to 72. So her answer shouldn't have been 0.36, it should have been 0.72. It told me to find and correct her answer. Find her error and correct it, which I did. So I could leave it at that. But I could also write a sentence, right? Juliana, I spelled her name wrong. Juliana multiplied, I spelled multiplied wrong. Her fraction, I'm going to use a good word, incorrectly. Right? She needed to multiply by 1. She changed the fraction. She needed to multiply by 1 to have an equivalent fraction, right? That's what I'm writing. And then I'm going to tell him what one she should have multiplied by. 4 over 4, right? She should have multiplied by 4 over 4, not 2 over 4. She multiplied it times 1/2. She cut 18/25 in half, which equals 1, right? 4 over 4 equals 1. All right, my next one. What is the relationship between fractions and decimals? Fractions, decimals, right? What is the relationship? What do they have? And I'm going to even add another word in here. Percentages, because that's what you'll be learning next, right? I like to show you stuff in advance. Are different ways of writing the same number. Right? I only have 9 digits. Sorry, 10 digits, because I have 0, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, I use these digits to make numbers. I start with 0, right? Then I go 1, 2, 3. I keep going, right? When I get to 9, I start over with my 0. But then I can't have this the same number as this, right? So I move over to the tens place. Right, I keep going until I get this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, right? And then I'll get 99. After I get 99, I gotta go back to the 0. This goes to 0. After 9 comes 0, right? I just rotate around in my circle. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, back to 0. 9, 9, but I need, right? Otherwise, if I put a 0 here, I'll just have 0. So now I move to the hundreds place, and I just keep doing that. Right, so all a fraction is a number, right? If I show you I have one piece of pie. Oh, if I show you I have one pie. Now I have 2 pies, right? I can cut these pies up into pieces. I'll cut them up into 4 pieces. Now, I still have 2 pies, right? I still have 2. But if I count the pieces, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? I have 8 pieces that I cut up into pieces of 4. Right? I cut this up into 4 pieces. Right? This is an equivalent fraction. 2 is the same as 8 over 4. I have to tell them how many pieces I cut my pie up into and how many pieces I have. Right? That's all a fraction is. It's just writing the number a little different. Right? If I took my pies and I cut them up even more into 8 pieces, right, then my denominator is going to have to be 8 because I cut it up into 8 pieces, and I count how many I have pieces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I have 16 pieces, still equal to 2, right? Because I told you, when I write a fraction, if I wrote 16 over 8, all I'm writing is a division problem. I'm just saying 16 divided by 8, which is 2, right? I could do it in my math problem. Let's see. I'll do it over here, right? I go 16. When I write 16 divided by 8, I put the big number inside my little house. And I'm going to divide it up. Outside, I'm going to tell it what I'm dividing it up into. 8 parts. So can 8 go into 1? Now, can 8 go into 16? Yes, 2 times. Right? 8 plus 8 is 16. So I have 2 8s in 16. I go 2 times 8 is 16. I subtract, I get 0, and I'm done. So all I'm doing with my fractions, decimals, and percentages, they're just different ways of writing the same number. Okay, so I'm going to show you one, right? 1/2. There's a lot of different ways I could turn this into a decimal place, right? I could take 1 and divide it by 2. Can 2 go into 1? No. But when I do, right, I can change 1 into 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, as many as I want, as long as I put this decimal place here, right? I have nothing. I just want to do my division problem. But I know I need to, when I divide, I carry up my decimal place. Wherever it's at, I carry it up. Can 2 go into 1? No. Can 2 go into 10? Yes. How many times? Well, there's 2 5s in 10, right? 5 plus 5 is 10. I go 5 times 2 is 10. I subtract, I have 0. So 1/2 is also equal to 0.5. Right? There's another way I could have done this too, right? I could have said 1/2. I want to turn that bottom number into a 10. Well, I'll multiply it times 5. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. Right, Juliana? That's up on her problem. So 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. And now, right, we practice writing a decimal when it's like that. Right, I have 5/10. So this is 5/10 written as a decimal. So another thing here, though, is if I want percentages. If I want percentages, I need to put 100 right? Percent of counting out of 100%. If I have 100% of something, I have all of it. So I want to turn in a number into a percentage. I count out of 100. So, right, to turn 1/2 into 100, I could do that too. I want 100 for my denominator now. Right, that's how I do percentages. So, I know we haven't really done percentages, but just so you can see. So, 2 times 50 is 100, right? Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. 1 times 50 is 50. And now you know how to turn this now into a decimal place. Right? It would be 0.50, which is the same thing, right? But also when I have 50 out of 100, I can write it as a percentage. Anything out of 100, I have 50%. So this is also equal to 50%. Any number is easy to turn into a percentage if you have it over 100. If I have 20 over 100, it's 20%. If I have 33 over 100, it's 33%. And the percentage sign is kind of fun to draw. If I have 49 over 100, I have 49. I do my percentages. I make my circle and then I just loop it onto the other circle. But I could do it either way. This symbol means percent, right? That's the hard part of math, I think, are all the symbols. There's a ton of them, right? Some of them, you know, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is a little new for you, right? There's all kinds of symbols. When I write my number of small, it's another kind of symbol. I write 2 to the second power, right? It means 2 multiplied together 2 times. 5 to the 5th power is going to be 5 multiplied together 5 times. So there's just different ways to use my numbers, kind of manipulate them and find ways to count, ways to measure things, right? I use them for counting the temperature, how much you weigh, all kinds of stuff. So, sorry, I'm talking so much. I hope it helped.